they can execute on it. But when 9 Pandas need to find the fight, of course, G2.iG will happily respond. So it's all about 9 Pandas execution in this game.
All right. Well, JT holding the skewer, has the high ground ward here, waiting to see if there's anyone that he can ruin the early game for.
30 seconds to battle.
Dude, I will say Kiyotaka probably was, in my opinion, like one of the most improved mid laners, I think, of all of 2023. He had, like, the glow up was real with this guy. Bottom lane. A little bit of a fight here potentially at this rune as V-Tune and the Weaver are ready to go. The Sakuchian, he snipes it as JT takes puts a pretty decent chunk of damage here into the Phantom Assassin, but they're going to turn to Baboka, who needs to be careful as Solo's coming in on the wraparound, and that will be a stun coming out. A dagger in one. The Sakuchi, will it give him the vision? It does. They want to give it to V-Tune, and it's there. So Phantom Assassin starting this game with the first blood is going to be very good.
That is exactly what you want to see, especially because they were giving it away. You know, other teams, they just, you know what, we'll steal this and who cares? We've got the first blood, continue with the game, right? But V-Tune already getting that kill, helping out a lot. Solo, though, getting pressured instantly. This is a deceptive lane, right? I think Magnus, I think people always forget how much damage he can do, especially when he gets like a couple points in Shockwave, plus then the Earth Spike spam. So there's going to have to be a lane that we're going to have to keep an eye on. Maybe more kills are to occur.
Yeah. Mid lane, a lot of damage already being thrown out between these two heroes. Is Kiyotaka just going to try and shove this way and get to this bottle as soon as possible. Just about 10 gold, so he'll have it pretty dang quick.
Alright. Start of the game for the side of G2.iG will be all about farm efficiency in lanes. Like, they can potentially go for kills if they overstep, but when you have Void in one lane, oh, Baboka dive bot.
Yeah, this was actually pretty sick from Solo. They baited out the stun. He was super low, pops stick, and just goes for the shackle, and he's like out regenning the damage that JT can do with him with the right clicks. And V-Tune with that Blightstone just is 0 armor Lion.
Yeah, I mean, you get the first blood, right? So you got extra XP there. You get level 2 and instantly capitalize on it. If Mag or Lion was to hit level 2 themselves, then suddenly you've got skewers and hexes and you're near the tower, right? But 9 Pandas do utilize that advantage once again. Early kill lead going the way. And I think that's kind of going to be the whole story for 9 Pandas. Where can they get the kills? How can they make the game feel a little bit too quick for this lineup that needs just a little bit of farm in them before they want to play Dota? That's Sakuchi able to disengage from top lane.
There's a good amount of damage that came out there.
I mean, they're diving the tower, right? They're putting themselves in vulnerable positions, but they're affecting the CS. They are pressuring Monet. It kind of feels like all 3 lanes for 9 Pandas are going exceptionally well, right? Nearly 15 CS on all 3 cores, and you're CS away on PA and Mars.
Mm-hmm. I will say I'm curious to see how Ramses decides to build this. I'm a big fan of just like picking up early bracers and then phase boots and then just like trying to sustain the lane without having to like necessarily make a bunch of rotations early. So we'll see what he ends up doing.
Yeah, I think going for one bracer, like phase boot soul ring, is the way to be independent. You can also go for a second bracer as well if you'd like, but being off lane and not like a mid, for example, you don't have bottle, so you do need some form of mana regen. I think to close out the build, I say close out the build, that's all cheap items, but to enter the mid game part of the build, I think just BKB Blink is the most stable form, utilizing Shard as well for the 2-man spears. And we rarely see off-lane Mars go super greedy. I think only Amar or ATF is the player that might sometimes look at Armlet, Deso, and the potential of right-click, but That would actually be, I think this game would be one of the most perfect times for him to go right click on Mars.
Oh.
Just because of how like he can put Pango, any hero to half HP basically.
Yeah.
In this game. With a full combo with like Deso and whatnot.
And mid lane very close, like Kiyotaka and nothing to say, just like fighting over the water rune. Bobica saves it, but top lane we're gonna see a fight break out as X-Nova gets caught out by Ramses on this Mars. And I mean, the double bracer plus the extra gauntlet as well. This dude's hitting for 82 damage. Add the Weaver on there. That's a ton.
Yeah, this lane is so potent. If you don't respect the minus armor from the swarm, one God's Rebuke is gonna send you back to base, and it clearly is the case. A three kill lead now for 9 Pandas, close to 2k net worth. It was just kind of teetering on the edge there, but the 9 Pandas will be very happy with the start of this game.
Absolutely. I'm curious to see where Ramses goes with this, like his next starting item, right? Because he's sitting on like 650, almost 700 gold now. And oh, we're going to see a dive here behind the top tower. Solo makes his rotation up here. A ward does get dropped. Roshan here, just for some emotional support. But it looks like they're going to try and just chase this Shadow Shaman to the ends of the earth. Yeah, there you go. The good old Ice Vortex for the Vision. Shaman has to be careful. He's actually going to survive thanks to the stick. And now Bobica is stuck inside the pit. Is going to chase for X-Nova. God's Rebuke going to do some serious damage. Down to negative 6-7 armor. He will be able to get out thanks to the time dilation. On the other side, Solo still fighting it out with the Lion. Will eventually die. And Lion, he has a Healing Lotus to play with. So he's not actually he's not in that much danger here.
Ramses doesn't want a single piece of this. Weaver's like pinging the line like, help me, and Ram's like, nope.
Oh, the courier actually provided vision into the tree, and Bobica is gonna run, drops. That is the most.
He missed the kill.
Oh man, what a ward. He got bored, He's like, I'm over this. I don't have mana for another. I don't have a Sakuchi coming off anytime soon. Oh man.
For the kill, why not? Oh, we have all chat. Why are we all chatting?
For the event.
Something happened.
Oh, I guess Kiyotaka's really happy. He just got his plane tickets, I guess. I don't know.
Got him.
I don't know. Memes aside, I have no idea what the smiley was before. Poor nothing to say though. With the wholesome answer of the double sad.
He got a haste rune, I guess, and he was just like, hee hee, have fun. Meanwhile,
whoa, no.
That's a big kill. 2 points in shackles early will definitely help do that.
Yeah, I am loving the way that 9 Pandas are trying to break the map, right? I think that's the way that Solo has utilized the Twin Gate, pokes ahead. Sure, he does eventually die, right, in the prior engagement, but B2 just does not need any help. He is fully free farmed. He's rushing the Battle Fury. And he's only a recipe away. He's going to have such a quick Battle Fury.
Yeah, no boots, nothing. He didn't need it. Like, they could not apply pressure in this lane, and he's having a fantastic time. Ramses here, caught by the time dilation. Can't really God's Rebuke without being slowed even more, and this one's going to go the way of Monet, so he finds some revenge at least. That being said, they did... Oh, no, okay. Bobica got his other Wisdom Rune. Okay, so just 1-1 on the runes.
I just can't believe how quick this Battle Fury is.
Yeah, seriously. It's...
Why is... No, wait, what? No, why is he bringing out his...
He sent it back. Okay, I was going to say the same thing. I was like, you're 150 gold away, dude. This is the wave to the Battle Fury.
Yeah. Mid lane, though. Nothing to say. We'll be dying.
Ooh, gets the kill just in time, but a skewer on in from JT. Gonna try and chase down X-Nova. The range drop's actually saving him. Nicely done as he's trying to just chase down this AA. Throws the blood grenade, slows him up. Bobica with another Earth Spike to follow it up, and JT will have the damage to find the kill. So double kill for the Magnus. And honestly, like I said earlier, JT has had an incredible performance on this hero so far in this tournament. And this is no other exception.
Yeah, and not only that, the Magnus, he's going for the Orchid, right? So he's looking to be able to continue playing pressure, find the PA you can prevent the jumps. The Zeus, he can't jump as well. Even the Weaver Sakuchi. There's going to be a super high value way for Magnus to play out fights without only having to hit an RP, right? And Yeah, with the Fury online now. Pre-9-minute battle Fury. 5,000 net worth. And you got to give it to JT. He himself is also basically toe-to-toe with the PA on the net worth.
Enjoy Dota.
Oh man, she got Spark of Courage as well. Probably one of the best jungle items you could get on this hero. Just raw damage for you. So yeah, V-Tune's off to the races, man. He's gonna be very, very, very scary. And you can leave the Weaver bottom. It looks like Afo Ninja is just, he's chilling.
Yeah, he's just happily just farming up bot lane. It's kind of what you want to do in this type of the game, right? You want to be able to stabilize yourself, push out the waves, especially when PA goes jungle. There's just an open free lane. And Weaver also is very elusive. So if he was to go down, it would be due to multiple heroes coming in to try and kill him off, which just further amplifies the farm. For 9 Pandas, his entire game will be about how do they break from the lanes, well, not the lanes, but the farm pattern first, right? If you do it incorrectly, if the PA feeds away a kill, suddenly that's an Aegis towards the side of G2.iG, then that's when this game could get a little bit spicy. But back and forth action should be the storyline throughout this entire one. I don't see a single team just running with the game from 100 to 0, as Zeus does go down in the mid lane. Not typing any smileys now.
They get the Hex here on Monet, maybe just space for them to disengage. As, well, fight breaker on the side, they get the time, right? Just time locks the, or I guess time lapses away. So he's all right. Trying to poke down the Ancient Apparition.
Yeah, and you can see Ramses is just going for the normal build, right? Double brace of Soul Ring, Solo's in the bot lane, trying to jump onto JT, gets the Shackle. Zeus is TPing though. Do they have enough damage though?
The Hex damage amp, is it enough? Oh. Off the mark there, and looks like he's going to be okay. The appearance of nothing to say should help out quite a bit.
It's still crazy to think that JT's got higher net worth than the PA. Of course, JT is basically like a PA, right? You have your own form of cleave, you can farm as efficient, right? But quite the game from him.
Oh my goodness. They just dumped the damage a little bit too aggressive there. He gets the jump away as well. I mean, the ward drop right onto X-Nova. He's gone. They commit the RP just to go for the Shadow Shaman, but Solo can just continue to play around these. Boga finally finishing off Kiyotaka on the backside. And it will end up being a 2-for-2, plus the wards going the way of G2.iG, but maybe force 5 heroes into the triangle?
They do
Not
force
bad, I
5
think.
heroes, but you do then overlap the mag to Void now. So Void will start being able to utilize that in power. So a small, I guess, positive note from that move.
Yeah, true.
But they're going to have to clean up some of their individual players, I feel like, from G2.iG, right? You're missing the ultimate on AA, of course. There's a Shaman next to you. Then the Pangolier jumps in and just dies using really kind of any spell. It's just a little bit disjointed from them, and the cores continue to farm.
All right. So we can see Ramses. He's about to have a Blink Dagger. He is having a great game as well. I mean, the double bracer, phase boots, soul ring, all done. Only a couple hundred gold away. As we're going to see Monet queue up the Maelstrom. So a little bit of piercing available for him if he manages to get that timing. But still, looks like we're going to see a smoke to the top lane. The Ice Blast connects. Nicely done. And Ramses will go down.
Yeah, it's a pretty big kill. I feel like Ramses was just kind of role-playing ATF there. I'm never going to leave my lane, just hit creeps and become a core, right? Not a core, but like another carrying. Nice to get that pick off. And I'm loving the Orchid pickup from JT. It's going to be very annoying in these fights. I think Orchid is so cheap that certain heroes can utilize it so well, right? It's like if you just stumble your way into this, any fight pre-20-25 minutes, if you get it quick enough, can be so disruptive.
Oh my goodness, goodbye.
Dead again. That's the phylactery.
He's just not respecting the Zeus damage, and that phylactery just popped him. You know, we used the shield crash. You didn't get the barrier at all, so very nicely done.
so much damage coming out, and we mentioned it in the draft, right? As soon as you have PA plus Zeus, it is just an incredible amount of diverse damage, and it will be very hard for G2.iG to itemize for it outside of dictating the game and controlling when these spells are used. Nothing to say has struggled a little bit in the last 4 or so minutes, but with the Diffusal Blade, with his team behind him, kind of looking to make a go here. Zeus doesn't have a lot of mana, has a regen rune though.
Solo's alive. Well, Ice Blast does connect. He might go down. Meanwhile, inside the arena, Bobica is going to get isolated away as they will just go ahead and look for Ramses. They do bump him up onto the high ground. They don't finish the kill. The Phylactery just trying to slow him up. There's going to be the blink, the spear into the wall. It might be nothing to save. Goes down. No, it gets a nice save. And there's a big chrono. In comes V2 on the backside. Does get the kill. But yeah, Zeus is gone. And now an Orchid will help finish off this Phantom Assassin. Solo just hobbling away. The spear trying to push JT away. The shackles will not save you, my friend. As now they're looking for more. Potentially 5 heroes here if Ramses can't survive, but he gets the blink at the last second.
9 Pandas, they kite out the start of that fight, you know, but then they continue chasing, they continue looking, and the team fight capabilities from G2.iG just really come to light and completely rip them apart. Like, it's a PA with a Battle Fury and nearly Deso at minute 16 coming up, but I think it's just a little bit too early to fight. We are going to see a replay here, but the fact that 9 Pandas look to take this fight is kind of wild, right? You know, Ramses on low HP, I think they might get a little bit baited by the idea of the spear, but the spear pushes him even further away, and then quite a late TP from Mane, but indirectly perfectly in time because he gets the big kills and PA is just in the river. He didn't respect the Orchid from the Magnus, and there's no way a PA can be left alone when there are this many forms of control and Orchids pre-BKB, and the fight continue. We come back from the replay package, straight away into more kills. Ramses going up to Bavoka.
I mean, he's going to get him. The Ice Blast, though, does connect. Again, push down to the low ground, but plenty of damage to follow this up, and they'll be able to finish off the kill. Now in comes the Weaver, trying to do what damage he can on over to the Pangoliers. The bugs do get cleaned up. V2 is here. There's going to be the Orchid. I mean, time lapse available, but just barely gets off. The RP will get faked, but he doesn't get a chance to rethrow it as V2 will get the double kill instead.
Some poorly used spells there from the lads, right? You got the skewer back to not hit the swash, and then he doesn't want to use the RP because maybe the Soulburn would do it, but the Soulburn doesn't do enough damage from the Orchid because he missed the swash, and a lot of errors there from G2.iG. But still, you can just see how much team fight that they have, how much desire they want to fight with, and this, of course, has the Blink Dagger. Blink Dagger as well on Pangolier. Blink Dagger on Lion. They got triple Blink Daggers and a Faceless Void. If you show for a second, you are just going to get absolutely battered by the heroes. Oh, Kiyotaka, you were very aggressively positioned there, Chief.
This man has no fear, I feel like, every time I see this. He's always playing super aggressive. Well, Roshan is up. V2 goes in, can tank this very easily on the Phantom Assassin as Solo drops the wards. And this will be an Aegis going the way of 9 Pandas here. Relatively early, too, so I like this a lot. Thundergod's Wrath to scout out the side of G2.iG as an immediate smoke comes out as well.
Yeah, and the PA, she pivoted. She didn't go for the Desolator. She went for that BKB. So now PA has BKB. The Mars, as you see here on screen, also close to BKB. A couple components away. I think that's when 9 Pandas will be the most excited to make some plays, unless opportunities present themselves. Rejun can get killed though. If he gets initiated on by the Lion and or the Mag, and then covered with the Chrono post Aegis, it still can go down twice. It's not as if it's a classic game of I have Aegis, you have only the Chrono, right? There are plenty of forms of pick-off to be able to punish a out-of-position V-Tune. I think
no way they get Ramses, but good position there from the Weaver to just scout these rotation down from both supports.
But his inventory looks so ugly. It's like, he kind of wanted a Lotus Orb, but now he wants a Yules. It's like, yeah, the Weaver's tossing and turning which item to go. I think someone might have told him off in the team, like, do not try and buy that item.
Yeah. Well, Mimon, mid lane, Kiyotaka is completely alone here. As there is the blink reveal from Bobica, as it will help close the gap on Kiyotaka, the finger of death to secure it. So, being just that far away from his team, gonna cost him quite a bit.
You gotta be careful. Like, JT didn't break his smoke, so he's still continuing his charge down towards either Ramses or Solo. It looks like they're gonna be going for Ramses here as he farms at the Twin Gate. If you look at the minimap, they are collapsing in. Is he gonna go for it? Oh,
that was very close. Very close.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So do you think this Magnus eventually like converts this to a Bloodthorn for the True Strike, or is he at this point he needs to get like his BKB harpoon type of stuff to play around?
I feel like this is kind of the concept of like you don't need to upgrade every item. And I feel like this Orchid should just be the casual Orchid. Okay. And then he returns to being in Magnus, right? Where he can go for his BKB, he can go for like refreshers, he's got Shadow Blade in his quick, like do all of this stuff. And then down the line, you can think about it, right? Because this is also an item where in 25 minutes time, he might just set it and buy a different item, right? Like maybe he needs a 4-staff or he wants like the Aghanim or something, right? Like this is just, it's the casual early mid-game item that allows him just to do things, right? So, but also, yeah, again, he could upgrade it, but I'd like to see this as like a disposable item depending on the state of the game.
One thing I'm really impressed on, like VTune had an incredible start to this game, but Faceless Void, like Monet, is just neck and neck with him in net worth at this point. The Mask of Madness, Mjolnir, combined with the occasional empowers from the Magnus, has turned him into an incredibly farmed carry.
I mean, all three cores in G2.iG want to push out lanes, right? You've got the Swashbuckle, you've got Maelstrom with Empower on the Void, you've got the Empower on the Mag and Shockwave. Like, if they see a creep wave, it's dying. And 9 Pandas, they can do the same thing, but they are under threat the entire time of maybe I get jumped. Whilst 9 Pandas, their initiation, they need to bring the team, right? If they want to go for a kill, it's drag the Mars with the Shaman and the Zeus. You know, it's a lot of like teamwork. For IG, it's they need one Lion or one Pango together with an AA across the map, right? It's a lot easier for them to find pickoffs. So that's why you see them kind of freely doing this stuff. And Ninja's kind of weirdly tanking or Tormentor here with his bug.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm curious if they were gonna go for it by trying to use like the minus armor for the bug plus the solar crest, of course, but decides against it. It is very scary going for the Tormentor there if you're not positioned with, you know, you're probably your Mars who can be the one to really set the team fight if something breaks out. So VTune just scouting around with the blur. We'll get some vision on Nothing to Say. Also X Nova, that's gonna be the target he goes for. Just 2 crits back to back. Oh baby. And now the question is, do they find the Pangolier? That's the target. No spear available, so he will be forced to Rolling Thunder and up onto the high ground.
Yeah,
now they can go for the Tormentor.
They're going to take it, but I believe Weaver also sold his Ring of Health, by the way.
He did? Wait, what?
Yeah. So earlier we clicked on his inventory. He had part components to yours and a Ring of Health. He then clearly wanted the yours over the Lotus Orb. So yeah, he's sold his Ring of Health. I've checked his corridor. I've checked everywhere else. He's not like dropped it anywhere. So yeah, he just...
He didn't just give it to someone else to have a casual, because I know like that's one of those items again, you can still share, everywhere. Right? But
I cannot find it. Don't worry, I've done the homework.
Wow, that's funny. I don't think I've seen that in a while.
Like normally selling items is like tactical post 30, right? Because like you do an item build and you realize, wait a second, I kind of don't need this one, so let's quickly sell this for that, you know? But so early on to do it, okay.
Dude, JT with his Invis rune.
Yeah, he's got an Invis rune, he's ready, but also 9 Pandas are very much ready themselves, right? You've got the BKB still on the Mars 9-second charge, you've got the PA with the Deathwave pickup. Like they are primed and ready to find the fight, and both teams have the same idea. They're smoked up. Of course, Magnus himself picking up a BKB, so yeah, it's really this next fight is on who finds the jump, who gets that initiation, because both sides have the tools to completely break their opponent. Neither team has a scan though, so the smoke is a little bit difficult. But as I was about to say that one team has a Zeus, which was used.
You're like, there they are. Okay, and they're all smoked. So
go.
onto the high ground we go. Play around your own ward vision. You don't want to risk getting jumped on. And I'm pretty sure JT with his invis rune saw the original smoke from 9 Pandas and teleported to his team, and triggered their own smoke to try and just play it out. But Kiyotaka is just playing on the opposite side of the map. Does have bots, of course, that he can join his team with if he needs to. But Zeus with just that Thunder God's Wrath, is it enough? Or does he kind of need to be in these fights?
Oh, he needs to be in the fights. When you have Phylactery and Aetherlens, you are such a threat from the backlines, but it's all about resources. The issue for him is, if he gets seen, he instantly dies, right? Like, we've already explained the 4 ways in which G2.iG can initiate, right? Like, I wouldn't be surprised, if X-Nova went for Shard Blink at some point in this game. Like, that's how much jump that they can have on their team. And it's why 9 Pandas aren't really excited to cross the river and make the biggest plays, right? They smoke up, they didn't have scan, they don't find anyone. Instantly, they're back to, like, mode farm, mode defense.
Yeah.
Like, you look at Dire's Lab, you do not want to run into them. Like, RP, Rolling Thunder, Earth Spike, Ice Blast, Chrono. Like, every hero has something.
They know they're going for this. The arena comes out. The spear will catch. Nothing to say, but they need more. The shackles were there, or the hex rather. And they will finish him off with Kiyotaka. Bobica on the backside. Ice Blast catches the PA. Safe for the moment thanks to the shackles from Solo. But there's going to be the Chrono Spear from Monet. And on the backside, the RP from JT catches the PA and finishes him off. Monet getting the damage done as he takes down the Mars as well. The Weaver in some trouble. Forced to time lapse. Gets out for the moment, but the gem still saved. And Monet will continue to chase here as he is just dumping out the damage. Kiyotaka cannot do it alone. So a 2 for 4, a big win for G2.iG as they also, of course, stole away that Tormentor at the very beginning.
They just can't match the fight. Like, even when you lose the Pangolier at the very start, the time it then takes to walk down that kind of high ground area to find more kills. Monet just walks in, he Chronos too. Mag walks in, he RPs the PA. Like, they take 2 fights separately. JT with the Orchid has a skewer, so should... Oh, not in time.
He's trying to get the gem, but he's dead, man. Monet is right after you. Oh, no. Well, Bobica's like, you're not getting my gem today, sir. Not happening.
He did gain like 2400 XP for that. You probably chalked that up as worth if you're Zeus.
Yeah. Okay, actually, that's definitely worth. That is a holy heck of a lot of XP. I mean, it was like a level and a half, basically. Oh, big arena comes out. Ancient Apparition first to die, and NTS will join him immediately after. So Ramses with a great find.
Yeah, I think Pangolier is going to need some defensive item now, right? He's got the Ags for the damage, but he's going to need some like Aeon Disc or Shard or just anything. And yeah, that's tipping him. It's... I mean, I guess 9 Pandas are just happy that they're in a winning position, right? They've only won 1 game in the group so far, but they're still enjoying. They're still trying their hardest to further annoy G2.iG before they are, of course. Again, 9 Pandas are eliminated, by the way, just in case you aren't aware, guys. They are currently last place in the group. They have no chance of being able to make it to the playoffs.
But they can possibly prevent G2.iG from going to the upper bracket. So... it is possible if they 2-0 them and some other things happen. But they do scan out 9 Pandas here as they are just waiting for Roshan. So the question, on their minds is it actually up? They're just going to sit here and wait 40 seconds. So that's good for G2.iG. I mean, there's plenty of space.
Wait, is V2 actually looking to go for an Octarine on PA?
He did pick up the Ags already.
Oh my, thank God. No. I'm like, please, man. Do not make me even try and analyze this one, boss. Like, you need like a basher or anything, but not this. Thank God. Okay.
Radiant are scanning.
How to play game: hide from opponent. If opponent don't see you, maybe they don't end game.
Perfect. Well, here's the smoke from IG or G2.iG, I mean, they've spent the Ice Blast, of course, but I mean, who cares? They have 4 massive ultimates. The Ward Sentry comes out, or that will get removed here, so they know exactly where they are. Smoked up on the backside. Weaver here in the trees trying to break said smoke. They get some vision of him. JT goes in, gets to skewer the pullback, but a nice use to buy him some space. Monet gonna jump in and he finds the Zeus. The arena comes out. He gets the Lion, but it's not enough damage by himself. Bobica will survive thanks to that Ghost Scepter. The Hex onto the Faceless Void. Do they have the damage? They don't. Solo can't go for the Shackles as JT goes in super aggressively, pops his own BKB as he doesn't really have a choice, but V-Tune needs to be a little bit careful here. Ramsey's looking for a Blink Spear opening, but 5 heroes from G2.iG still alive as the Ice Blast comes off cooldown.
Do they still have RP to play around?
Yes, they still have RP. Oh my goodness. You've got to find something. Spear will put Monet out of the pit for the moment. But it's Bobica in the trees with the help of the Ancient Apparition.
Can they go for a steal?
I mean, you've got to do something here. They go for Ramsey's got no BKB. Monet grabs the Aegis. The skewer puts him back into no man's land. As V2 will go in, he takes down the Lion. The gems on the deck. The kill onto the Magnus. He doesn't get the RP. V-Tune's BKB doing work. The Ice Blast clips him. So he needs to get out. Weaver with a Yules to buy him a little bit of space, but buyback from Bobica means they've got the follow-up stun and they will reclaim their gem. V-Tune and Solo looking for something. It is a 2v4. Does he do it? This guy, he's been playing spicy. Oh my gosh, X-Nova guesses and gets him. No way.
My Pandas are doing a pretty good job at like constantly poking that fight, right? But of course, G2.iG, they are so strong. It doesn't really matter. Like if they want to be cute with their blink daggers, eventually they're gonna go down. Aegis to the Void, cheese to the Pangolier. 30 minutes into the game, 7,000 gold lead, and JT, he's gonna be kicking himself in that fight, right? He had an opportunity to hit the RP, he delayed it for a second, and then died to a PA crit. And luckily for them, it didn't really matter. He did take 2,037 damage within the single hit.
Did he have bugs on him for a long time or something? Like, I don't feel like he has that little armor, but I'm guessing it had to be he had bugs.
Yeah, you're gonna see it right here. Yeah, he got clipped by the bug, and as he was standing there, they killed off Ramses, and he turns around, he gets the RP, but boom, instantly goes down. And you gotta say for Nine Pandas, like, it's a pretty okay contest, but if I put my realistic hat on, it's like, are they actually ever winning fights right now? Like, I'm not seeing the trajectory of the game ever going their way, outside of maybe if they pick up like a Hex of Mars down the line and they can find some quick picks, but
Radiant's bottom tower
it really is near impossible to out team fight G2.iG.
Yeah. You say down the line, he's about halfway to the Hex. Like, Ramses is getting there, but yeah, I think you're right. Like, there isn't a scenario in which you're like, we can finally take the 5v5 fight, right? Like, that's not going to be a thing. Kiyotaka needs to be able to survive the Chronosphere, which for now has been impossible. Monet has done a very good job at finding the Zeus and just punishing him for existing in this game.
I feel like maybe even the Weaver Aghanims could be the comeback factor, because I'm not seeing an item from Nine Pandas right now that is explosive for them. But a Weaver with an Axe, the cast range of course did get nerfed since prior times, right? Like when it first came into the scene many years ago. But
it was like 900, wasn't it?
It was a lot, yeah. I don't know the exact number, but now it's 500. So you have to be very close, and that might hurt you if you're getting too close to maybe like gem range and mag siege or a Lion or a Chrono or something, right? But that could be the saving grace for Nine Pandas if they can survive this first Aegis.
JT's ready to go fishing, man. He doesn't have the harpoon, but he does have an Ag, so Horn Toss is online. If he gets an opening to go for the Zeus, he will absolutely take it. Ice Blast going top. They actually find Ramses on the Mars. The chain stuns are there. Monet looking to finish him off. He's going to be forced to BKB, but the Bashes will find the kill. Solo with the Hex. Can they finish him off? He's got an Aegis. They would love to pop it, but the damage is not there. They are afraid to follow it up. And oh! The Yules to cancel JT, but it gets the BKB of V-Tune in the process.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
A nice pickoff once again for G2.iG.
Yeah, it's a short reset, and ooh, they're trying and take the Aegis.
I mean, you have to get this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, they do. Bobica T-posing with the life drain, literally unkillable. No, get the exchange there. So you basically sacrifice your shaman for the Aegis. They will toss the cheese over to Monet, and he's like, "Nah, dog, I don't need this. I got a Lincoln's."
I mean, he's also close to MKB on this Faces Void. He's had a near perfect game, 8-1-5, 358 CS. MKB is now complete. If he sees a hero, they're gonna get deleted. There's just not enough defensive tools in the 9 Pandas kit, and that is one of the problems with, I guess, the lineup at this stage of the game. Most of the heroes kind of play for themselves, right? Solo, he's got the Aethelins and the Blink. Alpha Ninja, who's trying to help the team out, but you're only contributing your items and your bugs, right? You're a support weaver. There's not much you can do when you're behind this much.
Radiant's top tower
So we'll see how they do navigate defending their high ground.
Yeah. I feel like this is one of those games where the Faceless Void's 25 talent could actually go either way. Like the Chronosphere AoE is almost never picked up, but because of just, like you said, the lack of like the ability to save these heroes in the Chronosphere, this could be one where he's like, I'm just going to throw the Chrono and try to get literally whoever I can.
It could be the case, yeah. And V2 just used BKB to take Tormentor. And JT just found
JT's
him.
got him. He finds him. The BKB is there. The skewer into the RP. The follow-up from Bobica. The Hex. Ramses with a nice arena, but the refresh out from JT. Oh my goodness, they get the Mars as well. Yeah, that's a rough one.
What a disaster.
You get a Tormentor and lose 2 heroes.
Especially because, like, taking Tormentor as a PA, you have to BKB to not take the return damage, and then you globally announce, "Hey, we took your Tormentor." So, rough.
But hey, Shaman got the shard. So yeah, that's worth it, right?
Yeah, it's pretty worth it.
Well, 44 seconds, no Phantom Assassin, 30 more seconds until the Mars is up. And this is just green light for IG, G2IG to try and close this game out. Of course, JT just fishing for these horn toss into skewer back.
Even the Lincoln's thrown onto him, just so he won't get used the next time he jumps in.
Yeah. Really smart.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, tier 3 will go down. Gives him a second fort to play around, so it's a little bit scary to go even further up onto the high ground there. As they will see the ward sentry placed on their own high ground. So they gotta take those down. All right, and G2IG just head back out onto their map to farm, and he did go backtrack on Monet. I guess against PA and Zeus, it's pretty good, you know?
Yeah. I feel like anytime you're in like an explosive game, backtrack is king.
Bro, do you see the ward that is placed in the Dire jungle?
Yes, they do. They do have a ward inside the pit right now.
Oh, I'm sure that was a misclick.
Yeah, it's
we don't
fine.
talk about it.
Yeah, don't worry. We're not even going to show it on purpose, just so you don't have to see the misery of them. Baboka, smoke breaks.
Solo gets the blink out. Quite nice. A counter smoke immediately from 9 Pandas. They're looking for Monet. It'd be a great find if they can get him. The Thunder God's Wrath is there. Ramses comes forward, gets the spear, but there's no damage to Paul. He's too far away. And Monet's just looking for his own entry. He gets the Phantom Assassin. And Monet will just destroy him. No save coming out from the Weaver. The Axe is not there quite yet. Ramses hobbling away, trying to survive this fight, but it is not going to be there. NTS with a double kill now on the Pango. Dude, I mean, it looked like maybe they were going to try and play like the fight when the smoke immediately popped, but they waited. And they just got split up.
Yeah, they have to try and find like the perfect initiation, right? They need to try and prevent the counter plays with Magpie. They want to catch the Void. If they catch the Void, then there's going to be an RP or Rolling Thunder. Like, there are so many layers to the team fight of G2IG. I think that hesitation is because they're like, wait, this is not who we wanted to jump. It's too late. You're already dead. And PA into Void. Sure,
Oh.
there's maybe early points that you could take that fight, but JT's just in the base. He's gone fishing. He's found him. Zeus.
Yeah,
He's dead.
He got ice blasted for a moment. They just GG out immediately.
Yeah.
JT once again having fun times on this map. This G2.iG will take game number 1 here. Further solidifying themselves, or I guess permanently solidifying themselves in the top groups with their 7th win. They are guaranteed that upper bracket now.
Yeah, I think they're a